All right, well, Flag Day was Wednesday, and the display at the White House has stirred a lot of controversy. It continues to stir controversy. You see the picture right there, the trans flag now equal to the American flag. It's outrageous. The event sparking even more backlash after a trans person posed with Biden, and then he showed off his breasts. Take a look.
That's the truth.
Behavior was simply unacceptable. We've been very clear about that. It was unfair to the hundreds of attendees who were there.
All right, well, that was White House Press Secretary Karine Jean-Pierre criticizing anybody saying that anything was wrong with the transgender model, Rose Montoya. Do we have the audio of her when she took a selfie with the president? Do we have that, producer? I guess we don't. Do we have it? Okay, we do not have it. And she also flashed his breasts, whatever. I feel so weird saying his breasts. All right, well, let's talk about this. That trans person has since been banned from the White House. Too little, too late. Let's bring in Ford O'Connell. He's a lawyer and Florida businessman. Also with us, Melanie Collette. She is the host of Money Talk with Melanie and member of Project 21. And back with us, John Burnett. I'll start off with you, Melanie. What is going on? Why is the White House doing this? I mean, it's one thing to, embrace all walks of life, but to have somebody topless at the White House, it's a mockery. I can't even imagine what our adversaries must be thinking.
I feel like I've been repeating myself many times about this. It's the celebratory nature. There is a chasm between not beating up, not discriminating against people whose sexuality is different than your own, than celebrating one's sexuality. I'm disgusted. It was very hard for me to even smile at the beginning of this shot because of how angry and upset I am about this. It's ridiculous. And by the way, I'd say the same thing if it was a person who was not trans, who displayed the same behavior. And the fact that the trans flag is equal to the American flag, also an absolute disgrace. The White House is our house. It's supposed to represent all American citizens, and we do not all feel that we should be celebrating people's sexuality. And I'm just disgusted. I'm done.
Meanwhile, a real clear investigation says queer Jesus is now becoming mainstream in conservative churches. Why? I'm seeing this happening. I'm a Catholic, and I'm seeing churches trying to do this now. One Presbyterian church went viral online for making the Transgender Day of Visibility with a public prayer to the God of pronouns. Even the United Methodist Church boasted the first drag queen in the world to become a certified candidate for ordination. Why would I don't understand. What's going on here, Ford?
There is an effort to redefine what is normal by the left. It is a cancer that has inflicted this country from several institutions, from academia to corporate America, to how we should worship God. This is Biden's America. These new rules of what the new normal is meant to silence political opponents. And if people don't stand up and stand up more loudly soon, America will be lost.
John Burnett, what goes through your mind when you're seeing churches? I know you're the son of a preacher.
Yeah, I'm a PK kid.
I know. You're a preacher's son, and you're seeing, like, I'm all about welcoming people. Jesus, I guess you would look at him as he was woke, right? He welcomed all the outcasts. But when we're talking about people saying that they can change their genders, to me, that's an affront to God. And we're advocating for people to take lifelong hormones and to undergo really horrific surgeries. I can't imagine any church embracing that. Why would they embrace that? God made you perfect just the way you are, no?
It's Sunday. Let me straighten everyone out. No pun intended. Jesus was never woke.
Well, I'm saying for that time.
He's awake. Here's the thing. This has been a slow walk from the church parking lot to the back pew, all the way to the front, playing in the band, and now they're taking control of the pulpit, trying to change the word of God. That is blasphemy. We all know that there are two genders, and this is America. You, be who you are, but don't try to change me, right? Mm-hmm. So this is absolutely ridiculous. And when it comes into the church, the house of God, not to mention the White House, this is an abomination.
And when I'm saying Jesus is woke, I'm not saying he's woke. I'm saying for that time period, because I did study, it was unheard of for him to welcome women into the flock. And the way we heard about the parable touching of the lepers and all of that, he welcomed all.
Well, maybe Biden should have done like Jesus and whipped them out of the White House.
And I guess, how much time do we have left for this segment? We got 1 minute left. So Melanie and Ford, I'll toss it between to you guys, 30 seconds apiece. What would you like to see next year at the White House for Flag Day? I'll start off with you, Melanie.
The American flag celebrated, maybe?
That's it.
Just an idea.
I mean, doesn't that say it all? How about you, Ford?
Absolutely. The American flag should be celebrated, so should our Judeo-Christian ethics. Here's the problem. The left is trying to destroy our national symbols in what undergirds us so they can push this Marxist agenda to make us a one-party unit system. That is what we need to see. It's not just religion, it's media and academia as well.
Absolutely. Ford O'Connell, Melanie, Collette, and John Burnett, thank you guys for being with us.